Hey there, Erin Jorick here, coming at you from Gold Medal Park in downtown Minneapolis. So since I'm outside, I can guarantee there's a lot of background noise that I will do my best to edit out, but I probably won't be able to figure that feature out, so bear with me. Today's video, I'm offering a couple tips on how to control your float or jump forward from downward facing dog into a standing forward fold. It's a fun transition. It's not a mandatory transition by any means in a vinyasa class, but it's sometimes a fun technique to play with. I can guarantee you can find more proficient floaters than me if you just do a search on YouTube or social media. But what I have to offer, I think, can be really helpful. So first, core engagement. Yes, you need your core to be really strong and very active when you float forward, but specifically the hip flexors. I've found that if you fire the hip flexors, you have a lot more control in your float forward. So think of pulling or sucking the thigh bones up into the hip socket to really accentuate that hip flexor engagement. Second, when you float forward, your arms are in an overhead position. Sorry, my regular students are going to be so annoyed by this because I say it all the time. But when your arms are overhead, the outer border of the shoulder blade has to lift. And so you really want to accentuate that pushing action when your arms are overhead. So you're pushing the floor away as you suck the thigh bones in and up toward the hip sockets. Last one, grip strength. And this can be really tough. A lot of us aren't used to working the grip strength. So you really want to use your fingertips to kind of grip the floor. And this is going to be your brake system when you are floating forward to give you that control. So I'm going to show you my float forward. Again, you can find much better floating out there in the social media world. But from downward facing dog, right away, you just want to feel that pushing action of the arms and the shoulder blades. So from down dog, you'll grip the floor, lift your tail, push the floor away from you. And then I like to bring the feet all the way together just to make me really more compact so I have more control. My first demonstration, I'm going to have the knees bent, and then the second demonstration, I'll keep the legs straight. Both are fine. But you'll inhale, bend your knees. Look forward. Look where you want to land. And at the very bottom of your exhalation, it's important that your lungs are empty when you spring up. So at the very bottom of your exhalation, you'll come on up. So you find that solid push of the floor away, thigh bones pull up. And then last option, in some bodies, this can be a little bit more challenging, the straight leg variation or kind of like the piking variation. Same setup from down dog, drive the floor away, push into your palms, into your fingertips. You might take the feet together. You'll bend your knees as you inhale, look where you want to land. And at the bottom of your exhalation, you'll come on up. And so with that piking variation, it's really important that you use the hip flexors, you really accentuate the thigh bones pulling up. Again, these are just a couple things you might play with. If you crash and burn, I fall over all the time. I go too far and kind of cartwheel out of it. But sometimes going too far teaches you so much more about your floating and how to kind of support yourself. So check it out. Let me know what you think.